Well, hello there, and good evening, everyone. I'm William Brantley from the University Village Apartments on Walker Road in the North Jackson, Tennessee area, ready to share with you yesterday's and today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. May also try to insert a local on the 8s from the Weather Channel sometime during the video. So if I see one popping up while I'm doing the video, I'll try to go to it as quickly as possible. And don't get too nervous when I do that. But beyond that, I'll go ahead and start sharing with you today's climate summary. We did have a few light showers to our north today, mainly up in the northern parts of West Tennessee. I don't think they really amounted to a whole lot, though. I didn't get anything at all here. I don't believe Bemis had any either. So at least the southern half of West Tennessee pretty much remained dry, while the northern half may have had a few brief sprinkles or a brief light rain shower, but nothing to really accumulate or really measure, though. Now, if I'm wrong, if some of you that listens to the video somewhere along the line lives north of me and you had a good measurable amount, or a measurable amount for that matter, 1/100th of an inch or more, that's what I mean by that. Go ahead and report it to me if you want to. In the comment section, you leave a comment as a report if you'd like to do that. And that's totally up to you, and that's fine with me. I can't measure rain everywhere, and I mean that in a decent way, of course. I welcome anybody's report if you have one, but make sure it's legitimate. That's all I'm going to say. All right, I'll leave it at that. Let me move on to yesterday's climate data. Looks like yesterday's low temperature was 54 degrees. Yesterday's high was 67 degrees, and yesterday I had 6/100ths of an inch of rainfall here, and yesterday's hottest, warmest temperature, might be a better word for West Tennessee, was 71 degrees, and that occurred at Memphis, Tennessee Airport and at the National Weather Service Forecast Office. And yesterday's coolest low was 52 degrees in West Tennessee at Covington and Savannah, Tennessee. Alrighty. Yesterday's highest wind gust was 22 miles per hour out of the west at 1:48 p.m. And remember, Sunday and Monday's rainfall total, 2-day total in Bemis was 40/100ths of an inch. Here in North Jackson, I had 35/100ths of an inch. But within 4/100ths of an inch or 5/100ths of an inch, within a 10-mile radius, that's doing pretty good. That's pretty close. But there is a slight difference there and all. But, well, and you know the difference now. Alright. Well, let me move on to today's climate data. As of 5 p.m., the skies were partly cloudy here in North Jackson, and the temperature was 57 degrees. Woo! 57 degrees, my goodness, at 5 p.m. Yesterday at 5 p.m. it was 63 degrees, and I believe, so yesterday was, I think Sunday it was 80 degrees at 5 p.m., if I can remember right. Well, here it is, right in the front of my face. All I got to do is read it. Yeah, 71 degrees at 5 p.m. Sunday. 63 degrees yesterday, and 57 today at 5 p.m. Temperatures have been slowly dropping, haven't they? And the colder's yet to come, especially toward freezing. Well, yeah, toward freezing, toward the weekend. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here just yet. Well, alrighty, let me see. The dew point today at 5 p.m. would be 38 degrees. The humidity would be 49%. The wind would be out of the northwest at 9 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure would be 29.97 inches of mercury. So far, today's low's been 45 degrees. Yeah, got a little nippy this morning. Today's high only got up to 64 degrees, but it is not a record coolest high. 51 would be that. Yeah. Can you believe 51 degrees today for a high in 1972? Whew. So make 64 feel warm, don't it? In comparison. But anyways, alright, no rains fell, of course, today since midnight. Not here in North Jackson, that is. Now, north of me, a few spots probably had some, but not here. Alright, the lowest humidity would be 33%. I believe that's what that is. Yeah, 33% at 4 p.m. The highest would be 72%, which is kind of a low high, if that makes any sense, humidity. And that happened at 4 a.m. this morning. The lowest, yeah, I almost got that wrong. The lowest barometric pressure would be 29.92 inches of mercury. That occurred at 12, 2, and 3 a.m., while the highest would be 29.98 inches, and that occurred at 9, 10, and 11 a.m. Today's highest wind gust got a little windy today, 29 miles per hour out of the west at 1:53 p.m. Today's records for October the 24th. By the way, it's my notes I keep reading off of. I think I've showed it to you a few times in the past. Sometimes I have to make sure I'm finding the right notes for the right day and so on. I just thought I'd give you a little sneak peek there. For October 28th, the records for Jackson, Tennessee, North Jackson, Bemis, are all kind of combined the way I do them. The hottest high would be 83 degrees today. We were nowhere close. The year that happened was in 1973, and 4 years that that's happened since 1948. 1973, 1992, the year 2000, and then again in 2012. So we've hit 93 degrees 4 different times on October 24th since the records has been kept, which really goes back to 1948. My personal records go back to 1994, and then from there backwards, 1993 back to 1948, I use the airport's records. And we both we set our days at midnight every night and so on. That's why I go ahead and use theirs, beyond 1993, that is. And that's close enough for me. Alrighty, the coolest high, like I mentioned a moment ago, would be 51 degrees in 1972. So boy, it was really a cool day back in 1972. Alrighty, the warmest low today would be 67 degrees in 1991, while the coldest low would be 27 degrees, and that happened in 1981. So it got pretty chilly this morning back in 1981. So I guess we'll kind of do a freeze by now, so sort of. Even though normal low is 49 degrees, so really normal low has still got a little ways to go to get to a freeze. But oh well. Looks like we're going to get one this weekend though, the way it's looking right now. And the rainfall record, by the way, would be 2.30 inches, and that happened in 1976. Alrighty, let me move on to a few graphs and then read you a few days forecast. And I think that'd be it for tonight's weather report. I want to let you go ahead and know that we are under a frost advisory. National Weather Service has put a frost advisory out for every county in West Tennessee except Shelby County, where lows are expected to be in the middle 30s. right around 34, 36 degrees or so. Let me go ahead and show you the map. I've got it posted on my Facebook page, Brantley's Weather Group page. And it's from 2 a.m. till 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And that's the area right there in blue. Anywhere from Kentucky to Mississippi to, well, almost Memphis, all the way to the river. And I don't see anything over Middle Tennessee, so apparently Middle Tennessee is not included in this. That's a little unusual this time around, but just West Tennessee right now. It would be blue over there if they was expecting frost over there, but it isn't. Okay, I ain't even noticed that until now. Just us here in West Tennessee. Well, the frost, and of course Madison County being there right there in the middle, we're right in the middle of the advisory. But this is not a frost warning though. It's a frost advisory, which means it's not going to be widespread frost. It's not going to be, probably won't be on the ground. Most likely be on above surface locations, like cars and trucks and rooftops and maybe a few trees and stuff like that. Be on those surfaces, and it'll probably be light. Probably won't be heavy, but it will be cool enough for some to form, though, especially in out open areas. And all. Now out in the open, if you got some tall reeds, or a field's got some tall grass, the tall grass might get to some frost on the edges and stuff, top edges, but that'd be about it. The ground freeze and frost will be more likely toward the weekend when we actually have lows near freezing. Alrighty, let me move on to the next stuff before I get carried away here. Let's look at the radar, the Tennessee weather radar. Thanks to AccuWeather, lets you see that the precipitation has moved east of West Tennessee. We are in the clear now. And as you can see, there was some scattered showers nearby within the last couple of hours, but it just didn't hit me. I didn't see any evidence of any raindrops or anything in the gauge or anywhere around me, so it somehow or another it missed me. And it probably missed most everybody. Not necessarily everybody, but most everybody. And it looks like it's in southern Middle Tennessee mostly right now. Some of this may not be reaching the surface. I forgot to mention that the air is so dry out there that it may be raining from the clouds, but it'll be drying before the raindrops will be drying or evaporating before it reaches the surface. That may be why I haven't seen any evidence of it here on the surface, that is. That's just giving you another clue, is even though the radar looks like it's coming down pretty good in some spots, it may be evaporating before it reaches the surface. That may be what the problem is today, if you can call that a problem. Otherwise, you can see where most of the, I'm just going to say light showers are, all over in Middle Tennessee for the most part, moving east, and tagged parts of West Tennessee earlier. It's just about to clear West Tennessee now. Alright, let me move on to the satellite picture. I'm getting a little long here, wasn't planning on getting that long. As you see the clouds, they're moving on to the east. We're in the fair sky category right now, almost mostly clear. And but there are a few more clouds up in Missouri that's swinging southeast and then east. So that area of clouds you see right there in Missouri may be moving our way later tonight. Let me see if I can get my pen over here. This cluster of clouds is moving down in our direction and may tag us during the night in the next few hours, but they'll be moving on. The sky may become even mostly cloudy for an hour or two, but they'll move on and eventually clear out. So we may not be done with the clouds completely here in West Tennessee. They're even thicker up there in Indiana, but we don't have to worry about those up there. They're going to be bypassing us. All right, but for the moment though, we're in the fair sky area, almost clear. Congratulations, Madison County. Oh goodness. All right, let's move on to another graph here. The current surface map. That's good and clear tonight, generally speaking. Thanks to the Weather Channel, I should say. As you can see, the front's well east of us now, right along the eastern seaboard, matter of fact. I've got a few little light showers over here in Middle Tennessee, like we just saw right in here, east of us. Some more on up toward the Great Lakes. There's low pressure way up here, near Lake Superior, I think that is. And then it has if I'm looking at it right, it has a cold front attached to it and swinging around, coming right on down the eastern seaboard here to a low over the Virginia border, coastline, whatever you want to call it. And there's still some rain along that line of cold front too. Our high pressure taking over is these two out here. All three of these right here taking our weather over starting tonight. Alrighty, and make sure, yeah, that does stretch on down into Florida, southern Florida at that. Hey, there's 5 high pressures out there. My goodness, 6 if you include that one off the California coast. My goodness. But we still have more chances for rain by Friday night, though. What about that shortly? But there you see the map. Let me go ahead and redo your forecast because I'm getting a little lengthy here. I didn't realize I was getting so lengthy until I looked at the time. I'm going to read it to you. It's easier to do it that way than to show it to you and then click and all that. And I might mess up the video if I go too far with that. Alright, long direction. There we go. I don't know why it does that. Oh, I know why. I ain't got it steady enough. Hey, it's getting tougher for once. How about that? Talking to the microphone here and camera. Can you believe that? Alright, it's going to be mostly clear skies tonight, of course, generally speaking. You saw those clouds up in Missouri that's probably heading our way. It might briefly become mostly cloudy for an hour or two before midnight, but it should clear out not long after midnight. So if you see a few clouds, don't worry, no rain's with it. The rain's gone. Should wake up to a mostly clear sky tomorrow, and the low tomorrow morning should be near 36 degrees here in Jackson, with some light scattered frost possible on most above ground surfaces. Ground surfaces will come toward the weekend. The high tomorrow should be about 61 degrees, and that's actually cooler than today's 64. Alrighty, 61 tomorrow. And by the way, the sunset tonight at 6:08 p.m. Be rising tomorrow morning at 7:10 a.m. and setting tomorrow evening at 6:08 p.m. The moon rose at 11:24 a.m. and be setting tonight at 9:46 p.m. and be rising tomorrow morning at 11:24 a.m. And the wind, by the way, tomorrow is going to be west at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now on Thursday, it looks like it's going to be mostly clear, with a low near 40 and a high of 74, with south winds at 10 to 20. And on Friday, fair skies till noon, and it still looks like it's going to be mostly cloudy around noon, becoming mostly cloudy around noon. And then toward mid-afternoon, roughly 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, there's an 80% chance of rain, at least all the way through to midnight, at least. That's the way it's looking. Sorry, it looks like a wet Friday night coming up, at this time at least. The low should be near 53 degrees. The high should be near 65. And with shy west winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Saturday looks great though. Fair skies with low near 37 and a high of only 52 with north winds at 10 to 20. So Saturday's going to be chilly. And then by Sunday, going to be continued fair skies with low near 33 degrees. Get real close to freezing by Sunday morning with a high of only 52 degrees once again. So lows are near freezing and highs in the lower 50s. My goodness. That's going to make today's 64, 67, 64 feel good in comparison there. And we have northwest winds at 10 to 20 on Sunday. By Monday, we'll finally go get down to freezing. Next Monday looks like mostly clear skies by Monday with low near 32 degrees. That's right. We may actually finally hit freezing Monday morning. We might hit it Sunday. 32 so close. It might dip one more degree. Who knows? But 32 for sure, or at least projected, Monday morning with a low. And most likely a frost on the ground that morning is possible. With the high near 60 next Monday, with southwest winds at 10 to 20. And on Halloween Day, looks good right now. Halloween Day looks like mostly clear skies, with Halloween Day, October 31st, with low near 40 and a high of 65. That's really not that bad for Halloween. Now, the bad news is I was looking at the 15-day outlook, and it now looks like, as of right now, that the first 7 days of November has at least a chance for some rain each of those days. How much is yet to be determined, but November may be the makeup month for the lack of rain that we've had this month, October that is, because we are below normal. Let me see if I can find it real quick. October 1.59 inches here. Normal is 2.78. So yeah, we are below normal, even though we're slightly above normal for the year. Slightly above. 42.88 for the year here, and 42.03 is normal. So we are below normal for October, but above normal for the year. Well, we may start making up for that, at least monthly wise, in November. We'll see. Alrighty, that's it for tonight, folks. Thank you for listening and watching and bearing with me, and I hope I didn't get too for you. Maybe not. I hope not. I hope you enjoy all the information I share with you, because I know I enjoy telling you. And I better hush before the video starts acting up for being so lengthy. Alrighty, well, good night, everybody. Sweet dreams. I hope you all wake up to a beautiful Wednesday morning, October the 25th, 2017. And I hope you have a very pleasant Tuesday night, October 21st, 1st, and then wake up to a beautiful 25th. Alrighty, good night, everybody, and hope to get a chance to talk to you again tomorrow evening. And until then, good night, and God bless you.